Hey, what's going on? If you want to become part of the art of holding, go below, hit that link, and there's various payment plans, and there's will be some new training that we'll get into, and I'll be discussing that as we go along. All right. One of the things I have seen on the internet is that we're in the midst of a real estate crash. This morning I was having a conversation with someone who wanted to get into the art of holding business credit program, but he wasn't qualified. But this is what this person does is real estate. And he said it's still going on. He's in Houston, Texas, and people are still flipping houses and doing this. And one of the things that you will see, and I'm going to make a point here, that the current economy is not as bad as the economy was when I started my first YouTube channel in 2009. Unemployment was above 10%. Housing prices indeed crashed. There was a lot of credit carnage. There was a lot of repossessions. There was a lot of bad credit. People had their home equity lines canceled. 2009, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013 was a much worse economy than what we have right now. But one of the things that we didn't have in 2009 and 10, we didn't have TikTok, where people come on and talk about how bad credit card debt is, how bad auto loans are. Once again, there's a number of channels talking about how bad the car market is, how they can't sell these cars. Literally, I was out on the streets and I saw a ton of brand new car tax, which means people are buying car tax. And this is the thing, this is after tax season. People are still buying cars. I live in a neighborhood of where houses go from 1 million up to 5 million. Every time a house in this neighborhood goes on the market, it is gone. What I mean is it's listed, someone's put a contract on it, someone has a mortgage, someone's bought it within 45 to 60 days, which is extremely quick for that price point. But once again, there's a number of people on the internet telling you how bad the economy is. We're in the recession, right? Based upon the internet. We're not in the recession based upon technical recession data. We've not had two declining quarters in a row. We haven't had that. Now, this is one of the things that I see, and this is about your mindset, you having the right mindset to be successful. In 2009, I was exiting the storage auction business and getting into the digital space. And one of the things that I saw, well, let's kind of take a few steps back. I was completely unaware that we were in a recession. Why was I unaware that we were in a recession? Number one, I was in the storage auction business, which boomed during the decline in the economy. Number two, I had cash. Number three, I didn't have any debt. And I just came here on YouTube, started selling my storage auction book. In my first year, I made $62,000 with YouTube as my lead generation machine. Second year, I made $92,000. My third year, I made over $1 million. In a bad recession. Because essentially, right now, there are people, I have a friend on Facebook who's doing Toro, who's flipping houses, and she's documenting her success on her Facebook page. She's actually doing it. She's actually making money. But wait a minute, wait. But real estate is supposed to be a toilet. Real estate is supposed to be crashing. Real estate is supposed to be a dumpster dive, right? Once again, this is one of the things that I've seen on the internet. And why do I keep saying the internet? This guy had this talking about what men are believing on the internet and how men are supposedly opting out of relationships on the internet. In real life, 6,200 couples get married every day. This is 70 days a week. 6,200. Yes, that's 12,000 every 2 days. 24,000 every 4 days. Close to 50,000 people per week are still getting married in the real world, not the internet world, but in the real world. And this is one of the things that you've got to really understand is the real world operates very differently than the internet world. In the internet world, there's something I called false gods. Popular YouTuber, popular TikToker, popular Instagram person starts talking about something, it becomes popular, a lot of people follow it, and a lot of people believe this. Like one of the things I'm doing was selling the art of holding course. I'm running ads, I'm taking phone calls, and literally today I talked to people who had no clue. See, this is the thing. A lot of people feel that there's these institutions that are just going to throw money at people regardless of their personal financial situation. It simply is not true. I got a question for you. Let's say you have a friend that you've known for the last 20 years. You really know your friend, and you know your friend is bad with money. You know your friend doesn't pay his bills on time. You know this. Then your friend comes to you and it's like, hey, I need to borrow $1,000. What are you going to do? You actually know that this person isn't good with money. You actually know this person has bad financial habits. What are you going to do? More than likely, you're going to say, I don't have it, man, which is your way of saying no. Now, let's go ahead and go a little deeper. Let's say you were rich. Let's say you were worth $100 million, right? You had $100 million cash money in the bank. And then there were people out here on the world who wanted to borrow money. You didn't know these people. You had no clue to their personal finances, and they were asking you for money. What would your answer be as an institution? It would be no. Because essentially, if you have this money and you want to lend it out, your whole goal is to lend this money out to a person who will pay you back with interest. So you would be telling these people no. But for some reason, a lot of people feel that they can have a low FICO, they can have bad money habits, they can have all this other stuff, and they feel that there's going to be banks out there that's going to give them tons of money. And this thing with an age corporation, you can go out and get an age corporation and get $150,000. It's not true. It's not true. But once again, there's real life and there's the internet life. On the internet life, you have people with CPNs, age corporations. Like there was this one video where this guy's talking about the CPN game is still alive and well. You know what the whole video was? He had 3 expensive watches stacked up on the table. That was the video with a voiceover of him talking about how strong the CPN game was. That was the video. So let's get back on topic. Right now, there are many people who are deeply steeped in the internet talk, the economy, with the cars, with the jobs. Once again, I can speak from personal experience. The economy is nowhere close to being as bad as it was 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 12, and 13. Right now, the economy isn't even close. People are buying houses, even though we've had massive inflation. People are buying cars, even though car prices have soared. People are still doing these things. Now, what does that mean for you as a person who wants to start a business? i.e., people are still spending money. People are still spending money. And there's a lot of money out here. Like today on the phone call, and this is where being a salesman in real life has helped me, because today, did I make any sales? Absolutely not. But I had 2 very strong conversations from individuals that I'm going to get money out of in the future. I'm going to get money. Like one is constantly emailing me and texting me, sending me information because he needs help. And this is the birth of a new program. Let me go ahead and explain. When I created the Art of Holding for Business Credit, I created it from my footprint, which was number 1, I had great personal credit, I had cash flowing business, and I had bank statements, and I had tax records. I was the perfect candidate because here's the thing, and I'm not trying to brag, but when I got my business credit, I didn't need my business credit. So I was in a position to get a lot of business credit in a year. Once again, I'm talking to people who are not the perfect prototype to get business credit. So this is going to be the birth of a new course, which I will be working on this week. I got phone calls, I got to talk to my people, but essentially the prep mode for getting business credit, where I'm going to dispel all of the truth, and I'm going to make this pretty cheap, because these people, they don't really have a lot of credit. They don't have the situations. They don't have the setup. They don't have all these other things. So essentially, I'm getting ready to start asking people for money, especially this one guy, asking for the money, go ahead and create a plan for him to improve his future life. Because one of the things I found out, because I'm running ads and I'm getting people to call in, and one of the things I'm consistently seeing is that people have this belief that there's these entities out here that's going to give them all this money, even though they are unqualified. And this is one of the things this is where the internet life meets real life, and real life slaps internet life all across the head. Because essentially, these people are hoping, they're wishing for some entity that's going to dole out $50,000, $100,000, $300,000, $500,000, $1 million to someone who is not qualified to receive that kind of money because they're not in the position to pay it back. So what we're going to do is get into the qualification, and this is something else. I have an office in Florida, and I'm going to run my credit repair agency out of the Florida office. Once again, the economy is not as bad as it was when I created my $1 million business, i.e., people are still spending money. People are still spending money. People are still spending money. So what I'm getting ready to do is open up a credit repair business, because once again, talking to one of my clients on the phone, credit repair companies be lying their asses off. We're going to go ahead and put an auto loan on your credit report. All right, let me go ahead and explain something to you. If you have an auto loan on your credit report that you actually did not do, that's something called fraud. And the thing is, people do these things, like these folks go to these car dealerships with these CPNs and fake IDs, and then they're surprised when the police show up and arrest them because they're committing credit card fraud. And once again, let me explain some of the stuff that's happened to me. American Express, which is my favorite credit card issuer, recently has set up a situation where I must get a text on my phone before I can log into my account. Why is that? Because credit card fraud is going through the roof. People, like recently, I had someone get one of my American Express cards, and they were using it for Facebook advertising. Fortunately, I caught it before it got ridiculous. But once again, the credit card companies know that fraud is an all-time high. They know that people are trying to steal information. They know that people are trying to access other people's credit cards. But once again, and this is my theory here, you have people who would rather steal than to work hard. They would rather steal. They would rather use someone's credit card or use someone's CPN, or go ahead and get this money from the bank and just run off on the banks. And that's what we have right now. This is one of the things that's going on, because right now is the perfect time for you to actually start a business. Now, this is coming out on the 1st of May, and there'll be more information about this. I'm getting ready to do a lot of stuff. Number one, we're going to get into credit repair on a different level. Number one, I'm not going to lie to you. And before I charge you, I must look at your credit reports. I must see what's on there so I know what I'm getting myself into. So I have an opinion of what my situation is. And I will need to see all 3 of your credit reports, because this is where I can give you an opinion in a funding situation, and I'll give you an estimated time, because typically there's a lot of things that you cannot just get off your credit report that will literally take time and attention to do. But we're going to get into credit repair. I'm going to run it out of my Florida office, because I can't run it out of my Georgia office because Georgia credit repair is illegal. So we're going to do credit repair. And this is something else that I'm opening up on the 1st of May, and I need to talk about this. I'm going to open up a mentorship program, because this is something I was going to do before I took my little break. But there was a big chunk that was missing. And now I have solved that problem. I'm going to do my mentorship program teaching you how to get organic traffic, how to set up and make money, and then teaching you what to do once that organic traffic dies down. Because that's one of my biggest issues is like, I made a lot of money from my main YouTube channel, a ton of money. But the issue is it was very up and down. And this is why that I had the money strategy, because I could never live at the top of my income because my income was always changing, right? So this is why I had this money management system, which is really good. And it kept me from getting into trouble. So now I'm gonna teach once again, and let's go ahead and talk about what we're gonna do. You're gonna get my business phone number, and we're going to, number one, you must have a little money. You cannot be broke Dick Aunt Danny. We're not gonna do this for 50 bucks a month or 100 bucks a month, but you're gonna get my phone number. We're gonna do a unique plan that's dedicated for you to build a business for you. And I feel that I can do maybe 30 people. I'll go ahead and put this out. And like if you're enrolled in any other program, thank you, I appreciate you. But to get in this program, you will have to pay again. You cannot get into this program, get my phone number, get hands-on training, have me work with you, have me sit on the phone and for money that for a course you've already paid for. That ain't gonna happen. So this is gonna be something new. This is gonna be something very different. It's gonna be something really direct. So this is going to be coming out May, and as I roll it out and all the stuff, I'll send out an email to the very small email list, because the email list pretty much is comprised of people who are students, paying students. That's the email list. I don't have any more freebies and offers and none of that stuff, because I'm going to teach you how in this economy you can start a business, you can start making money, you can improve and change your life. In this economy, this is something you can do, because I've done it in a worse economy. Once again, the people with the housing crash, the people with the car crash, the people with all this, the employment, the people with no jobs. Look, I understand there's a bunch of crappy jobs out there, right? But if you're willing to avail yourself, there's tons of ways that you can make money. And yes, this will mean that you will be working more than 40 hours. The money is out there. The money is out there. The money is available. The money is in the economy. It is. But you got to be willing to work to dig the money out of the economy. And I'm telling you, the economy, this is a presidential year. I kind of have a feeling that Trump's going to win. I could be wrong, but once again, in this economy, you can build a business, you can start making money, you can create a different financial future for yourself. So one of the things I want to do is put together this program, because like after getting on the phones and talking to all these people, there are people who just do not understand the things that they have to do to go ahead and to build their business credit. And that's going to be the preliminary course. I don't even know what I'm going to name it, but I'm going to start working on that probably tomorrow. And then I'm going to go ahead and get some other stuff, because one of the things that I'm seeing is problems. Once again, I have a video, solve problems. So I'm getting on the phone and I'm seeing that this is a huge problem. And like with the credit repair, I'm going to do it really, really differently. Like number one, even before I charge you, send you any payment, I need to look at your credit reports. So you must have access to all 3 of your credit reports, and we must look at them before you get any pricing information or any promises or anything. That has to happen, because essentially I could go ahead and put together a program and charge someone some money, and let's go ahead and say their credit report is a complete dumpster fire. There are people who have credit reports that are so bad, the only thing that's going to help those credit reports is time when these items age off their credit reports. And would be tax liens, this would be bankruptcy, because one of the things is we're not going to do anything illegal. We're not going to lie. We're not going to pretend that you were a victim of fraud, that you got robbed. We're not doing any of that. And then there's a way that you can build credit, which will set you up to get high limit business credit funding in the future. So we're going to come up with a plan, because right now you can start a business in this economy and make a ton of money right now. You can. It's possible, it's on the table, but once again, you must do the work. All right, so once I get all my offers together and stuff, I'll let you guys know what they are, and I'll send out emails and I'll post them on both channels so you guys know what is going on. All right, that's all I got for you today, with the understanding that you can start a business today. And one of the things I want you to do is go ahead at the end of this video. There's going to be a clips and there's going to be more videos. Watch more videos. You want to start feeding yourself positive content, because once again, the negative world, the negative videos, I see what's happening with YouTube. I see what's happening with social media, and it's creating this internet world, which is radically different than the real world. So go ahead, watch these other videos. Go ahead, watch these other videos, and I'll let you know what's coming in the next video.